Good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Studio Stories, Skate Shop Stories, Sanctuary Stories. I feel we're in a storybook dream at the moment. My name is, I can't even spell my name. My name is Mel. I have just come back this evening from doing my BSL level 1 exam. Level 1, it's been quite an intense course and it's not quite finished. So I've done 2 exams. I've done 101, I've done 102, 101 and 102. And I can describe some stuff using BSL. The sign for roller skating is roller skating. It's probably similar to ice skating or skating, but it's just your lip pattern that will indicate what type of skating it is. So roller skating. I haven't done an episode of Skate Shop Stories for a couple of weeks and I'm a bit annoyed with myself really, but I was really struggling to fit everything in. And then amongst everything else that was going on, my phone screen finally stopped working, and it's probably because I dropped my phone one time too many, and I couldn't bear to lose everything on it. So everybody go back up your phone right now, go back it up. So I paid to have the screen fixed, and it was expensive, but it's still not quite fixed. It is doing the occasional freeze, which is irritating, but it's now mostly back functional wise, and my better editing is done on this phone than my old phone. So it is 100% a first world problems scenario. It just meant that I'm a little bit behind things. Rewind. See that I'm wearing one of our limited edition t-shirts, which is pretty exciting. I think in my last video, I'm sure I said, and the next time you're here, I'm going to show you the mirrors. And I am going to show you the mirrors because there's mirrors in that corner over here. So we've got mirrors on this wall, and then there is one right in front of me here. And then this corner in the back, we've also got a couple of mirrors. We're so ready to welcome people, and it's been really lovely welcoming people. And I've actually been really surprised because as much as I feel that it's been quite quiet some of the time, when I've looked at who's checked in and who's been around, we've had around 60 people in already, and it's only been a soft launch, and that, you know, that's not enough people, but it's a good amount of people to get in here and help us understand what we need the space to do and how people are going to move and where we need furniture. So that's really exciting, and it's been really lovely to see people come back and say, oh, this has changed now, this has changed now. I just think that's really cool. What is new in the studio? Actually quite a lot. Okay, so let's talk about the people that have been here. I feel that the people that have made the biggest impression on me are the people who do not identify themselves as a skater at all, but they do have that desire to fulfill a childhood dream. And it's almost acknowledging that inner child that sits in all of us who needs to come out and play. It's really important that they do, and actually that person fulfills something, and they've done it despite feeling worried, despite everything else. There's been a couple of people that we've had on skates that have really been quite anxious. A conversation about what I would normally suggest people to do if they don't have a lot of experience but they do live in Leeds. I'd normally say to them, just come along to one of the sessions, like a Friday night social, just hire boots. You don't need to be thinking about buying them just yet. And then if you enjoy it and you feel okay, then buy them later on. And we spent about 25 minutes just having a bit of a chat. Do you know what? I am going to have a go. It took her a good 20 minutes to put her kit on, and I kind of kept checking back with her as I was doing my other jobs. I went popped over because it's not that big between where I'm sitting over there and over here. But it's important that you feel that you can do a little bit on your own and ask for help where needed. But also, I know that no one ever says, is this how you put a wrist guard on? So I have actually managed to make a video about a bit of a product review one to do with the pads, to do with protective pads, because in my opinion, buy them first. Get them before you get your skates. So even when you're hiring skates, get your own set of pads. It saves the routing through all the boxes. Oh, the boxes of pads. Oh. But definitely you can at least begin to get your stuff on a bit quicker, and it smells not as bad. Yeah, anyway, so she got all of her kit on and then did the sort of realization of, oh my goodness, and now I have to stand up and move. So I just reminded her that she doesn't have to stand up and move if she doesn't want to. That's not something she has to do. But I said, if you want support with that, then we can support you with that. And so she totally did. She got up and had a little penguin shuffle across the room. And it probably took her 10 minutes to get from one side of the room to the other side of the room. And I don't think she breathed the entire time. So if you are somebody who's starting out, please try and remember to breathe. It is really important to help you regulate your nervous system. It's so difficult to do. It's so difficult to do, but it's so important to do. And she got there and her face was really red, and I said, listen, you've done really, really well. It might feel that you haven't done really well because you've not got there in a way that feels smooth, but you clearly had a lot of fear. And so we chatted about why that might be. And she said, actually, when she was a child, she fell and broke her arm. So I said, well, your body is remembering that. Your body remembers that you broke your arm, and that's preventing you from being able to relax, and that's really difficult. So the fact that she did it anyway was pretty incredible. She kept her skates on and she kept just shuffling around, and at the end of her time, she sort of took her skates off. She didn't do that thing where she went, I'm just going to go one more time. She was pretty sensible about it and said, right, I'm done now, I'm going to stop. And she did, and she stopped at the right time. So actually, I'm so impressed. And I thought, oh, wow, she looks so serious. I don't know if she's had a great time. I don't know how people feel. But I think, you know, when you're really concentrating, we joke about this a lot at skate class on a Sunday, at the sports hall. When you're really concentrating, you're not smiling. You're not looking like you're having a great time. And people who smile on skate videos must know their moves really, really well, because I'm not smiling on a skate video. If I've just learned whatever move it is and I think, oh, I'm going to try and record myself, I'm definitely not smiling. It's 100% a concentration face. There might even be, I don't usually stick my tongue out, but some people do, but mine's not. But I'll definitely be frowning. My lips are probably quite pursed, and I am concentrating. So there's no room to smile. My energy has gone somewhere else in the body. I don't have extra, as it were. Anyway, she went away and left a really sweet review. She's so lovely. I didn't ask her to either. She just went and did it. So I would really hope she comes back if she had a great time. It would be really exciting to see her again. So we had our first party this week as well. That was really exciting. The wheel library was something that maybe I hadn't appreciated until this weekend. what a rarity. Maybe it's the only one in the world. If you see another one, you saw it here first, I would like to say. The wheel library is something that we started building in probably even before 2020, but certainly in 2020, as we were navigating the pandemic and we saw people in isolation, all learning. And I just thought, wow, I've got all of these sets of wheels. What do I do with them? Right, I'm going to create a resource that people can try for themselves, because as well, at Roller Girl Gang, we stock so few roller skates and plates. But we know the wheels that will fit those. So then more manufacturers started joining in, and as we say, jumping on that bandwagon, and they were making boots, and we actually don't know if the wheels will fit those boots or not. I feel it's a much safer option for people to try the wheels themselves where they could. And actually, some people had never changed a wheel before, but you know, if you've never done it before, there's always got to be a first time. I always think you learn more from mistakes than from than from doing things right the first time. What I found is when I've done things right the first time, I don't always know how to repeat that. But when I've made a mistake, I definitely know what not to do in order to try and improve. We've had a lovely week. I feel that I've rambled on for long enough. I'm going to teach you a little sign. It's see you later. And we use our dominant hand as a signing hand. This is BSL. So I'm going to use my dominant hand. 2 fingers to your eye of your dominant hand side. See you, and then later. There's 2 syllables. You're starting to the center of your body and moving out. So I'm going, see you later. See you later. Thanks for joining me. Do let me know if there's something that you think will be helpful. Thanks very much. See you later, skater. Bye.